Hey YouTube, it's PowerBricks and I'm back with another LEGO Megazord review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Construction Ultimate Megazord. Now this here is the Ultrazord that combines all of the Construction Zords that we've been working on. This here is part 3 and it's the final part of this entire series. It's going to be really cool. It mainly focuses on this guy here, which is this Construction Silver Jet. I said Consilver. But anyway, this thingy right here, this is piloted by the Silver Ranger and it's going to be pretty cool, but he's the main focus of it. It's pretty simple, but they're going to make this Ultrazord with this guy. So without further ado, let's look at the Rangers and then let's get into the review. So here are all of our Rangers outside of the suit, as we have seen before in the past few videos, but the newest one is the Silver Ranger, and he's about to come at any second. This is him right here. I don't know exactly what to call him, but he's the creator of all the Zords, and let's think of the lore as being in a post-apocalyptic world where he had to build these construction machines to rebuild their destroyed world. And there's these monsters that keep spawning from the center of the earth, and they destroy everything, and this guy decided to build the technology to stop them, and that's what the Rangers pretty much are. And this right here is his silver form. Now I do like this design, but I do think that this design is a lot better. But anyway, this is the first 5. You guys have seen these guys before. This right here is the secondary team right here. And this right here is all of them together. What do you guys think? So here is our Jet Zord. This looks pretty cool and it's super simple. It's more so like a fighter jet, but it's actually very futuristic. If you pay attention to all the Zords, they're very futuristic vehicles. But this is it right here. It's actually like this gunmetal gray color, very metallic. And there are only a few silver pieces right here, right here, right here. And what is that, an eraser? Oh, that's a piece of eraser. Okay. And right here. I have a little piece of eraser on my finger, but yeah, it's pretty nice. I do like it. It looks really, really good. The silvers do look great. They have an awesome complementary color, and there's a little bit of teal in there. You can see along the Zord itself, so it's really nice. Now, it has a gimmick, which is one of my favorite gimmicks. Before I get into that, there's just a little bit of articulation on the wings, which is pretty simple, but that's really for transformation. But let's get into that gimmick. So I'm going to fold this out and around. And this right, whoa, that's not supposed to happen, but these right here are like a claw gimmick. So what it does is it flies around and it picks stuff up and it goes into the air and it builds. I was thinking about a little bit of the lore for it. So it's like a series based off of a post-apocalyptic world, and in there it has been destroyed by a bunch of monsters, and the I guess the Rangers' jobs, you know, they're supposed to have these giant construction vehicles that actually rebuild the city that they live in and their world. It's like really bad, but you know, they're rebuilding, but there's always a new monster that comes to try to destroy it, and you know, by the end of it, they're going to be always building something. I don't know. But construction thing, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But this is the silver futuristic one. It's fast, it's quick, it's efficient. Now let's get into the Ultrazord, because that's the main reason why you clicked on the video. All right, let's do it. At last, PB family, we finally made it to the Build Max Megazord. This here is the Construction Ultrazord that I worked so hard on. I am so glad to finally say that it is here. This thing looks fantastic. It's bulky, it's massive, it's not too much of a cluster, and it's very well fleshed out for an Ultrazord. Surprisingly, I think that this is probably one of the greatest Ultrazords that I'll probably ever build. Who knows what's in store for the future, but the Dino Ultrazord is also very awesome. But I think this guy takes the cake when it comes to articulation. The Dinozord is a little too bulky, but it's still really awesome. But this guy is definitely one of my top 3 ever Ultrazords, that is. Probably Megazords. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. Okay, so here is our large Megazord. Now this thing is absolutely huge. It is very, very bulky, very buff, and it is a cluster, but it's a well-refined cluster, I would say. Everything works pretty well. I like how the silver has this nice head, and it takes us back to the dual drive Megazord, if you guys had that. I don't know the real name for Bokendra, but yeah, when the purple one combines, it kind of looks like that. But overall, really, really nice. I just love how it looks. The colors fit together very well. Yellow becoming the weapon with purple was a great idea. The switch over from pink and blue, even though I did mess up a little bit on the combo as I went through it, it's because I did make some upgrades to it so that I didn't have to transfer them in a certain way like I used to, because the parts were different before I had made the video for it and everything, and I did some upgrades. So this was, at the beginning of the whole thing, this used to split in half and then become the chest plate, but I forgot that I made it one piece, so now it could just fold over rather than split, and it would be less parts forming and more transforming or converting. So that came out pretty good. Then we got the blue one over here on the shoulder, always looking cool. The saw blade with the black drill tank fits very, very well. The little accents of purple on the side of the orange is always a great combo. And of course, red and orange do their thing. And overall, it's a really nice Zord. Now, let's get into the articulation of the figure though. So it's been a while since I've actually used the wide angle lens, and for this Zord, it's absolutely necessary. And oh my gosh, do we have something huge here. So articulation is pretty much the same with the 360 arm rotation. Now these horns right here from the previous Megazord are supposed to be folded up. Let me fold those up real quick. Okay, but it's the same thing, but this doesn't really move too much because it's going to end up dropping the weapon out of his hand. It's pretty large, so I don't think that's going to be possible, but you get the same amount of articulation as the last two Zords. You get the spinning saw blade, you know what the crane does, and of course it has that crazy arm function where you can limb swap the heck out of these things, but preferably for the Ultrazord, I won't do the limb swapping technique. You can look at all the other combos in the previous video down in the comment section below. I mean, not the comment section, the freaking description. Go to the description below and you'll be able to find it. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, overall, pretty nice Zord. If I do take the weapon out of its hand claw thing, if I take it out of its claw, right, this is what it predominantly looks like, but it's supposed to have this large weapon with it, so it kind of fits. But you know what I mean, you still get the full 360 arm rotation. And then there is, of course, let me just move the arms up a little bit, there is some leg movement, so he can move his legs, which is pretty nice. He can move in and out, and overall pretty sweet. I'm not complaining. But you know, one sad thing is that I have to get rid of this Zord after this review, even though I love the Zord so much. But I desperately need its wheels because I have to build another Zord for the animal and vehicle hybrid. So it's going to be like a African theme, but it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to remind you of Animus, but a little different, but still along those lines with those earth tone colors and cool stuff. So I'm going to need these wheels in order to build these Zords, because some of them are vehicle wheel based. So that's the unfortunate news about this Zord. Other than that, but predominantly it's a pretty good toy. Now, I also forgot to mention that there is head articulation. It's on a ball joint. There's only 2 heads that you get out of all of these Zords together. but it's still pretty cool to look at. Now, this Zord is definitely one of my favorites. Not only is it an Ultrazord, but I have never built anything like this before, as you know, and this is probably one of my greatest builds when it comes to Zords and vehicles, constructions specifically. I hope that you guys really like this one. So, what do you guys think about this Zord right here? Now, let's save the last part of the video for the best part, and I'm gonna surprise you, so let's see what it is.
So, I gotta say guys, this set was absolutely awesome.
and I definitely enjoy transforming it as much as I enjoy combining it. And it came out really well. Definitely one of my favorites. I love Operation Overdrive, I love Bokenger, and overall this set has definitely filled the void in my heart for me missing out on those Zords. I used to want them so much when I was a kid, especially at Walmart. When I saw the Operation Overdrive Megazord, I went crazy and I wanted it. I didn't get that one, but I did get the dual drive Megazord, which made me pretty happy. And when I saw what Bokenger was, I fell in love even more because they looked way better, and I had to make a Zord style based off of those. And overall, they came out fantastic. I'm super stoked to have done this entire construction lineup. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching these videos, and I hope that you guys look forward to the future, because the next set we're taking a look at are the animal and vehicle hybrids. That's right. It's going to be really awesome and really cool, and I'm super excited to get into those Zords. So thank you so much everyone who has tuned into my videos and who has enjoyed these Zords. I definitely wish you the best of love, and I hope that you all have a very great day. And this is PowerBricks signing off. Peace out, guys.